Good morning, people of Midlothian and beyond. Welcome to our November Trekker Walk information. I'm here in Carlops, just at the little car park at the end of the village. That's where we'll meet on Wednesday, the 26th of November, for a 5-mile walk. We're going to go up to North Esk Reservoir, and then back down past Page Pool and back to the car park. We'll be leaving at 10 AM, so make sure you're here just before that. And we're going to go and have a look at where we're going. It's a very snowy morning this morning, and it is freezing, so I'm off to get my hat on and we'll get cracking. Tell you something, it's getting icy, and it's freezing. See the sun coming up in the background there. Maybe that'll heat things up a bit. I've got lots of layers on, so I'm not too bad. This is my face. I could have brought a balaclava. So we've just left Carlops. Carlops was a little village created, or founded should I say, around about 1871, and I'm going to take a wee rest here before I open this gate. It's getting icier down this bit. In Scottish it's known as Lumnakeelig. The village comes from the name comes from the Scots Carlin's Loup, which means witch's loop, witch's leap. And just down at the car park there's a big open face, rock face. And legend has it that the witches used to jump from one face to the other for entertainment of an evening, while scaring the locals. I'll stand this way so you can see me. I just realised, I'm in the darkness, just a silhouette. Looks quite so Carlops, little village. There was a hotel down there, the Alan Ramsay Hotel, the Scottish poet and writer. I think it's been closed for a few years now though. So let us carry on through this gate. It's been pretty snowy up until this bit of the path here, and then it's quite icy. So I shall take my time going down the wee next bit and not bother doing any filming or talking, because got to concentrate. Just up there you can see the dam, the Earth Dam at North Esk Reservoir. So we're going to go across, and then we're going to cut across this way back to Carlops. Hopefully by next week, it's the 26th, it's just under a week away, it will either have thawed up here or there will be more snow. Walking in snow is fine. It's that bit in between where it just lies and it gets colder and it gets icier. But this sort of light dusting of snow, most of the walk so far has been fine. A couple of little icy patches, but I've just went up on the either side where the snow is. And it's been fine. Of course, if you do that, if you're walking up off the path, you just need to take more care because there could be ditches and holes that you can't see. So safety first, people, if you're out walking in the hills, in the snow. Plenty of water, some food supplies in your bag, good shoes for walking, and just take your time. And wear lots of layers, as the ogres do. All the kids will get that one, if any kids watch this. But I say kids, I suppose, when did Shrek come out? All the kids who watch Shrek, they'll be older now. So. Let us carry on. Here we go, Northeast Reservoir. Doesn't look like it's frozen over, so no ice skating. Well, no ice skating, full stop. Don't go on reservoirs when they're icy. And there's quite a feat getting your car up here today. There is an angling, you can't fish in the reservoir. However, it's a club, but I don't think it's as popular as it used to be. Number one, getting up this road, even if it isn't snowing, it's quite a tough road. That it's quite a farm track road. Your shock absorbers, springs and tyres would get battered. I mean, if you go to Glencore's Reservoir, it's easy to drive up to that one. That's always busy. But these ones that are more out of the way are a lot quieter nowadays. You don't really ever see anybody during the week anyway out fishing. There we go, Northeast Reservoir, no camping, swimming, syndicate fishing. Inquiries to info@newhallestate.co.uk. We'll go through a bit of Newhall Estate as we go back down towards Carlops. Northeast Reservoir, there we go, we get mallards, tufted duck, common sandpiper, oyster catchers, common redshank, black-headed gull, pink-footed goose, hanging around here. A couple of the boats down there and a little jetty. We have walked this way before. Last year on the outdoor festival walks, we came across the hills and ended up finishing off down in Carlops. This little hill. On the day, I'm not sure if we'll go. I've gone clockwise. We may go anti-clockwise round the route. That might be easier. Look at this ice here. Just hanging off. It just takes us up over above the reservoir. Or if we go the other way, it takes us down to the reservoir. That crunchy snow sound always reminds me when I was younger. You may remember, not when I was younger, but we had the public information films. So you'd have the one with the cat telling you how to cross the road. That cat. Charlie says, and others. And the crunchy snow always reminds me of the one with the soldier going through the snow, and it's to do with hypothermia. And the other guy gets him and heats him up slowly, keeps him warm. But every time I hear that crunchy snow sound, the soft, deep, crunchy snow, that's what I think of. What do you think of when you hear the sound of snow? Well, as per usual, out early in the morning. Haven't seen anybody yet. A couple of deer, sheep, cows, but no humans. Nice view of the reservoir from here though. Another reservoir built for supplying drinking water to the Lothians. Whew. That was a climb. Yeah. I think we may do it the other way around on the day. And up here, you've got the boathouse. Which is new-ish. Let's hope you don't have to get your boat. I wonder if you get your boat and you just slide all the way down into the reservoir. So if you're coming along on this trek or walk, have decent shoes that can cover all sorts of terrain, muddy paths, tarmac, grass paths, woody paths, gravel paths. So sensible shoes for that, and bring clothes for the weather. So check the weather before you head out. You know, as well, obviously today I've had a look, checked the forecast, checked what was happening last night, and I knew it was quite a wintry scene up here. So I've got lots of layers on and a hat because I cut my hair last week, so my hair would be freezing by now. Bring some water to drink on the way around if you get dehydrated, and bring a snack if you need to give yourself a bit of energy. This one is just over 5 miles, but it is a little bit, we are going up a little bit higher. So you've seen me coming up that hill, that's quite a steep hill, but I think what we'll do is we'll come round, there's more of a gradual climb doing it anti-clockwise, so that's probably the way we'll go, and then that'll just be a downhill, easy peasy. So why walk? Walk is great, walking in nature is great. It's good for your mental health. It's good for getting out, getting some fresh air, getting away from the hustle and bustle of everything that's going on back there in the towns and cities, and just chilling out, enjoying the walk. Keep your legs healthy and fit and your muscles healthy and fit as you get older, making it easier for you to be more independent And that's not just walking these trekker walks, that's any walks, that's just getting out and walking around where you live. Walking down to the local park. Just keep moving, keep mobile, and it'll do you the world of good as you get older, and you'll be able to do more as you get older. And if you can't manage that, you may have a disability, then try and still get out, just get someone to help you along. Whew. So as I said, this is a 5 mile trekker walk. We will be coming up a wee bit higher. But we'll gradually climb it rather than going the way I went. Whew. Right, so we're sort of at the halfway stage. So we're just coming along here, and we're going to start heading back down to Carlops. And just up here we have the Mary Howie Memorial. Mary Howie, shepherd and mentor, passed away 1st of June 2020, aged 84 years. And on the back it's got a little inscription as well. Farmed Spittle Farm from 1962 to 2000. Now she was well known around here, but she was also very well known for her championing agriculture and farming. She did a lot of talks and brought farming to a younger generation. And her work in that field, she was awarded an MBE. So that's a little Mary Howie Memorial. You'll probably see it popping up on maps and Google Maps and stuff, things like that. That's where it sits, just looking over the valley. And just up here we have Patty's Hill, and I think that's named after the character in the Alan Ramsay play or poem, The Good Shepherd. So Patty was the shepherd, and we'll continue that story when we get down into the estate, because it continues on down there. There's some water for the animals. It's nice and cold this morning. Fresh glacial. I should get some bottles, bottle it, go sell it at the market. Should have brought a sledge with me for this bit. Would have been good fun. Yeah, anybody who's listening who makes rucksacks, there's an idea. A rucksack where you can just pull out a few bits and it becomes a sledge. That's a great idea. Copyright McCafferty, 2025, in the middle of nowhere. Yep, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. As I'm filming this, 35 days to go. And just down here is that aforementioned Spittle Farm that Mary Howie ran from, what was it, 1962 to 2000. And promoted agriculture locally and across the land. Could be a tricky one in this slippery setup. Hey! So we're coming back down to the main road. We're going to cross over into the estate. The Newhall estate, you can just see the house down there. It was bought by the Kennedy family back in, was it 1970, 1978? That could be wrong. And since then, they've restored a lot of the grounds and the house, and it's now a wedding venue. I think there's cabins you can stay in as well, Airbnb type things, and you can come for a nice little walk as well. And as we come down this way in the estate, we will come to Peggy's Pool. Again, the name comes from the Alan Ramsey play. Well, it's a pastoral comedy. That's what it is. So Patty was the shepherd, and Peggy was the shepherdess, and the story revolves around those two. So this is Peggy's Pool, a very lovely place in the winter. It's like a winter wonderland down here. And in the summer as well. We should come back in the summer when all the trees are covered. Get in for a dip. You could just pull out a little seat, just sit there all day listening. Although you might need a few visits to the toilet. Depending on your constitution. That's what they used to say, wasn't it? Got a nice little bridge here. Can get out on top of the burn. Ooh, down my neck! Well, I was obviously the first person to pop through that way this morning. Now I'm confronted by mud and snow. Whew. Well, my shoes are getting a good test today anyway. And the camera, to be honest, it's freezing. The batteries don't last as long when it's this cold. So I had to change them a couple of times. But we're now making our way along the edge of the woods here. And heading back to the little Carlops car park where we began this snowy winter wonderland journey. So I hope you've enjoyed our little snowy wander today. It's been a wee bit different in the snow. And like I said, when I drove through Midlothian this morning, there wasn't really a sign of snow anywhere until I got to about Pennycook. You can see it on the hills, but it just shows you the difference a few miles can make. And a bit of height as well, obviously. So remember, if you're going out walking in the hills, this is just general advice, always check the weather, as I said earlier. You know the old saying, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Well, it can make a big difference when you're out in the hills. And I just saw my first person driving past in a car very slowly on this icy road. So it's been a quiet old walk around. So join us Wednesday the 26th of November. We'll leave at 10 AM, the little car park in Carlops, 5 miles, up to North Esk Reservoir, back down again. Myself and Stuart, we'll see you there.